I want you to visualize something. Imagine you hear that a restock is happening by your local Best Buy or GameStop. You're really excited, so you go super early, and you're lucky enough that you're the first in line. Your day can't get much better than this. And you walk through the doors only to find out that there is no products. Well, what is this? I thought there was a restock happening. Did you get fed misinformation? Was it fake news? Was the mainstream media lying to you? Well, you didn't actually get bamboozled, but rather there's something far, far nefarious going around these parts. So let's dive into it. But before I get on to the video, I'd like to add that the Card Prison version 3 is officially in stock. Now, there's some differences between the second and third version, including the price point, but it is what it is. Some unexpected things happened in the last few months in terms of the whole economic state, but I am really, really proud of this binder. It came out absolutely fantastic. It holds both top loaders and regular sleeved cards. It has a metal zipper throughout the whole entire binder, and also boasts a very, very clean poo leather in black and in white. So make sure you guys check it out. It's in the description down below. Now, there was a certain video that was posted on Instagram, which I'm going to be covering today, and it's by an Instagram channel named Mr. Winters.
Everyone excited after waiting over 2 hours at Best Buy, only to find out they only have one box to sell.
You said that's the only one?
This is actually getting out of control, and I bet half of the people in that line, their full-time job is scalping Pokemon cards. I don't think these people realize if they get an actual job, they'll make more money.
Alright, one thing that I'll start off before getting to the main root of the actual problem, and that's the claim that half of these people are probably scalpers. In my opinion, I would have to agree with that, but at the same time, I definitely do think that there are some actual collectors in the mix too. Just because you're standing in a line doesn't necessarily mean that you're 100% a scalper. Now again, I'm not saying that there aren't any scalpers. I'm just pointing out that from what I've seen online, a lot of people like to assume that. And I would like to remind them that it isn't just that simple. It isn't just all scalpers. It's actually probably some collectors that genuinely want some product to get because they can't find it anywhere. So they're forced to wake up 6 in the morning to try to have a chance to get these. Actually, no, I shouldn't say forced. Nobody is forced to get anything. And in my personal opinion, I ain't waking up at 6 a.m. to get some freaking prismatic ETBs. I ain't doing that shit. It's a waste of my time personally. But yeah, I kind of agree that some of these people, maybe most, are going to this restock with the intent of making money and reselling the product. Now, the more important thing I kind of want to talk about is how is this even happening? Why is there a restock in only one box? Did the distros send Best Buy frickin' nothing? Did they send them scraps? Did they send them the frickin' products that they use to wipe their ass or something? Like, what's going on here? Well, this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying this for a fact. I'm just saying I have a suspicion of why I think this is happening. And I think it's the employees. I'm just gonna go out and say it. It's the employees that are buying the product before the store even opens and it gets to the public. I feel like that's the case. And this is kind of a common issue that a lot of people have confirmed already. A few instances happened in GameStop. A few instances happened in a bunch of other retail stores. But this is a very, very common issue. Now, not all Best Buys or GameStops do this. A lot of them do have a policy where employees can only buy their own products if they're off the clock, which I think is a good system. That is completely fine. But I think if you are a store and you allowing your own employees to buy the product before it even gets to the public, before the store even opens, I think that's a big problem. I think that is unfair. I have no problem if stores want to allow their employees to buy shit. That's completely fine, but it has to be fair. And unfortunately, this isn't. And I would go as far as to say that this is actually a big contributing factor of why the common people, the common collectors, can't find any shit. Not only is scalpers beating the regular people to all these stores and buying out all the stock, you have employees buying everything before even the scalpers can get it. And on top of that, you have distros who are specifically withholding product because they know they can profit if they wait a little longer, or some other ulterior motive. Because from what I've heard, distros at least are sending a lot less product to these different stores like Best Buy, GameStop, and etc., and sending them to other sources like rip and shippers, which I personally am not a fan of. I would rather these distros send it to freaking Best Buy and all these other shit. I think that is a better system than sending it to rip and shippers, because more likely than not, rip and shippers are going to sell it at market price. But in this case, I don't think this Best Buy was a victim of distro not giving them enough product. There is no way that the distro only gave them one box. Absolutely not. In my personal opinion, again, I think that the odds of the employees buying the products before the store even opened is very, very likely. And another factor that I forgot to mention of why you can't find these products in the first place is also Pokemon is not printing enough shit. That's also a big factor that's above distros, you know, absolutely effing these stores as well. So this is kind of like the hierarchy I have in my mind, my personal opinion. I think it stems from Pokemon not printing enough, and there's a lot of demand and not enough supply. And then there are distros who are specifically withholding product to profit more. And then you have these other retail stores who are allowing their employees to buy products before it even gets to the public. And then on the bottom, you have scalpers who are getting the product before the common person. And then you have the common person on the very bottom who gets absolutely butt-effed by the hierarchy. That is my little conspiracy pyramid theory, whatever you like to call it. So, yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Tell me what you think caused this and etc. And, yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll cover some more shit while I'm here because, you know, a lot of stuff to cover. So anyway, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you later, weebs. And don't forget to buy a card prison binder, please. I have to freaking afford chicken nuggies, please.
せーのでもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化